Yo, this hot, this the spot, there it is, pod.com. We're interviewing the best comedians, so tune in quick and get your ears receiving them. We talking about life and life to stream right to you, from the microphone right to your home, dude. Side note, this might get embarrassing, but no, don't sweat, yo, cause there it is.
Welcome to the There It Is podcast, a comedy podcast to help you find your inspiration. I'm your host, Jason Farr. Let's do this. Thanks so much for joining us. We have a great episode for you today. It is an Ireland episode, all about our trip to Ireland. But first, before we get to that, big thanks to Connie Eckstein and Jeffrey Gardner. I'm thanking them because they supported the podcast. And if you want to do that, you can too. Just go to thereitispod.com and go to the support section. We have a couple of ways that you can support there. Very much appreciate all of it. Okay, on to today's episode. As I mentioned, it's an Ireland episode. We had a really great time in Dublin, Belfast, and Galway and some surrounding areas. We also got to see our old buddy, Charlie Gray, who started comedy a week or two after I did back in 2009. And it was just really great to get to see them and hang out and be shown around Belfast. We had a really awesome time. So basically, this episode, which there'll be different audio levels in this because we were out in the field recording in pubs or on a walk or in a hotel room. So all of that's going to sound a little bit different. But that's part of it. That's part of the charm of a travel episode. And we're just breaking down what we experienced throughout Ireland. So let's just get right to it. Here's our Ireland episode. Okay, we're here. We're in Ireland. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that Philip, our Uber driver, was so nice. And you know what? Listen, every country has their issues. We were listening to political commentary in the radio, and there's a housing crisis. So.
Yeah, everywhere. Everywhere. Well, anyway, that's what we think of Ireland so far.
It's beautiful.
No, it really is beautiful. And the area we're staying is very nice. We got lucky. We're walking the streets of Dublin.
And it's a beautiful fall day.
It is a beautiful fall day. Feels great. Looks great. And just to describe what stuff looks like, I mean, it looks like a U2 song. The end. No, it's, a lot of times you go to a city, I feel like it's just a city. But this, I think, looks and feels a little different than a city. Yeah. It's very Irish.
Yeah. You'd know it if you saw it.
You'd know it if you saw it. But it's nice. It's very, very lovely. So, first day here. We are doing a tour later.
Also,
food and drink tour.
I don't know if we gave enough credit to our Uber driver on the way here. He really was awesome.
He really was. Yeah, we lucked out with a really great guy. And told us a lot about the place. Told us everything about the troubles. It was great. It was a good ride. More later. All right, we just had our first real Irish meal. And I'll tell you, they know how to do sausage here.
And egg. Like, it was like a fried egg cooked perfectly, not too runny.
Oh, yeah. So the area we were in where the hotel is, I felt there was something collegiate about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like a college
campus,
town or something, yeah. And now we're going to a park.
Just killing some time before we can officially check into our room and then do a food tour.
Yeah, and that's going to be a pretty tasty. Oh, one thing that was crazy was the music at the restaurant was just American music. They literally were playing Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But it was still a nice restaurant. It was just I guess there are a couple places when we went to Japan that played American music. So it was like a brewery that we went to, and they were playing American music. And so when you're just looking down at your phone and hear American music, you're like, I'm in America. Oh, no, I'm not.
Also, we went to an Irish pub when we were in Japan, so we need to go to an omakase restaurant.
If they have one. And this park is nice, so hearing kids play in the distance, it sounds the same no matter where you are, I guess, because they're just kids screaming and laughing. Yeah, pretty nice day. So we finished our tour. We did our tours.
Our food tour yesterday.
And a huge success.
Oh my gosh, it was so great. Some highlights include, but are not limited to, a pork roll. So good.
Yeah, that
it's
was
like
great.
Flaky crust.
Classic
flaky
Irish.
Pastry and pork inside. And then we had fresh oysters. I mean, we love oysters.
Oh
so
my gosh, those are
these
amazing
ones were great.
Oysters.
And
Another classic Ireland.
black pudding, aka blood pudding.
Yeah, I guess in some places they do call it blood pudding, don't they? And there's white pudding, which is like a pork. So here's what I'm going to say about the pork. This white pudding. I thought it tasted like a corn dog.
Yeah, in patty form.
Yes. So I loved it, in other words. And no, that was interesting. And like we got to see a lot of cool things and hear a lot of cool things. Like, you know, a food and drink tour isn't just like, hey, go here, talk about food. It's also going to say in this area or right there is. And so there's some cool things like that. Our tour guide, Lee, was great. It was his birthday. It's his birthday today, but he was saying, like, it's my birthday in 7 hours.
The highlight was the Irish coffee from Vice in Dublin. Go.
If you're in,
run, don't
come
walk.
to Dublin. Because we had, if you recall, in San Francisco, dear listener, that we had an Irish coffee.
From the Buena Vista Cafe, which is like a famous place to go for.
Famous place specifically to go to get it. And, I mean, the person who started that one learned from the guy in Ireland who created it. So it's legit, but let me just say, the one we had at Vice was so much better.
It's amazing. You guys, okay, we can't go on and on, but it was amazing.
We can go on and on. I also want to talk about the person on our tour who was vegan and wouldn't eat anything, and it's like, why'd you go on an Irish food trip?
That's tough.
If she wouldn't drink anything. It's like, why are you on this tour? Look, do what you need to do. She was nice. It was just funny to me that she went on a food and drink tour in Ireland when she can't have the food that is known, food or drink that is known in Ireland. I thought that was interesting.
And after the tour, we walked around a little bit and had a good time, and I cried in the streets of Dublin because we came across these buskers.
Yes.
And they were so
Key
good.
West.
The name of the band is Key West, and they're like a legit band. They, have a following. They've produced music for a long time.
Yeah, they got 4 albums out.
Yes, and
You're not going to find them on Spotify.
period, because
Go to their website.
Yeah, Spotify, they don't pay artists well. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, they were singing, and like their music was so sweet, so that made me cry. Another thing that made me cry was there was this girl in the audience, standing around that was like so fangirling so hard, and that made me cry because I was like, that's so sweet. And then afterwards we bought CDs from them, and she was up there talking to them, and she was like, I only listen to heavy metal music, but your music, which is like, for the listener, is like easygoing guitar, acoustic, nice music. She's like, your
little
music,
hey-ho.
yeah, a little bit. And her music was like, she was like, your music saved my life, and she gave him a big hug, and so I'm just like weeping at this point, and it was just so sweet,
It was very sweet.
Also, I was just very tired and affected by the pork roll, and very, very emotional, and and what else? We went to a pharmacy. Always the pharmacies in
when
Europe
you go
are
to
way
another,
better.
when you go to another land, you should go to the pharmacy
You
just
should.
to get a sense of things.
See how they do things. No, you really should, actually. And then we got a nice cocktail at a bar, and
yeah, that bar was cool. So Lee told us about this bar called Caribou.
Caribou.
Caribou, And it was a cool vibe. And one thing that we noticed in this particular area is that it felt like Irish's version of being by the river and how they do that, which was, we experienced that in Kyoto. Like, there's Kyoto's version of that. And we thought it was dope, either way. But they don't have necessarily a similar vibe, but when it's like, oh, this is their style of this kind of thing, it's just interesting to notice.
Also, right now marks about 24 hours that we've been in Ireland. And so I just want to say the people are so nice.
So sweet.
As was foretold to us. And I mean, just all the Irish people are so talkative, so nice, so curious. Want to know about us, want to tell us about themselves.
And we've
very nice.
We've seen a ton of Black Irish people.
That is to say, Black people who are Irish. We're calling them Black Irish.
Look, I'm calling them that because I can't.
Oh,
no,
yeah. I'm not speaking at all. I'm just keeping my damn mouth shut.
I'm just kidding. But, yeah. First guy I saw on land, when the plane landed, was a black man. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be fine. Okay, we are getting ready for a Guinness tour. We're doing it right. Had an Irish breakfast this morning. Full Irish breakfast for me. And now we're going to the Guinness Brewery. Going to do a little tour. And we're going to go on a U2 bike tour. And U2 themed. And then Rowan Co. So
Whiskey distillery.
Yes. Very excited about all three things. Going to be a lot of drinking, I guess. And I don't know how much food we're going to be able to have between now and Rowan Co.
Good thing you had a full Irish breakfast.
Good thing. Okay.
With blood pudding.
Yes. I think that's everything, dear listener. Thank you for listening this far into the episode. We'll have more fun. We're just in Dublin. Where's the crack? As they say here, they're not talking about cocaine. We're not talking about that kind of crack. It's just like, where's the fun? Where's the crack? That did sound like I was talking about crack rock. So we're at Guinness right now doing a self-guided tour.
We did not know it would be like this.
This place is massive.
You guys should go.
It's massive. What do they say? How many stories? 7? Yeah. 7-story building. Oh wow! So we're in the ingredients section of the tour, and it's just very cool. So I probably can't talk any more about it or share any more of the sounds.
But believe us.
Yes. Have a Guinness on us right now. So the Guinness spot was really cool.
It was amazing. It
Very
was
lovely.
so nice. We had our pint of Guinness. It's like a beautiful facility, and like
It really is.
It ends with a 360-degree view of Dublin.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It was very awesome. And after that, we rushed to a bike tour, which was a U2 themed bike tour. And we saw, one of the things that we saw was where my all-time favorite album, Achtung Baby, was recorded.
And
as well as their other albums before that.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
It was awesome. And I mean, there's no better way to see a city than a bike tour. And it was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
And Greg, our guide, was amazing. It was awesome.
Yeah. If you're in Dublin, I think it's called Cycle Dublin is the name of the tour. A touring company. And yeah, so that was great. And then we went back to the Guinness area and went to Rowan Co. Distillery for some whiskey, which I loved, and Justina tolerated.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the experience, but I just don't like whiskey.
And this was good whiskey, so don't blame Rowan Co.
No.
It was also a very nice tour, and cool. We've been on a ton of distillery tours. And
then we went to the second oldest pub in Ireland, supposedly, the Brazen Head.
Yeah, that
and
was
we had
fun.
dinner.
Yeah, a ton of Vikings and Steelers fans, mostly Steelers fans there. So I don't know if we mentioned, but there's that game. The Steelers-Vikings game is going on tomorrow. And so there are a bunch of Americans here. The owner of the Steelers is Irish. So that's why the game is here. All right, it's a rainy day. We're about to hop in a car to go to a fun museum, which we'll talk about in a bit. Okay, first off, last night we were walking around Temp Bar or Temple Bar? Temple Bar.
Which is like the Times Square of Dublin.
Yeah.
Like, touristy area.
And there's this bar we passed, this pub that we passed, that had a fiddler playing, and he had all these Steelers and Vikings fans in the palm of his hand.
I mean, he was amazing.
He was amazing. He was hopping around. And you would just hear them cheering every time he'd go to a new spot. And then he came outside and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So here's a snippet of that. So that happened last night. That was pretty awesome. This morning, after previously mentioning that we were hopping in a car to run somewhere in the rain, we went to the Book of Kells experience at Trinity College.
Yeah, it's like kind of a touristy thing, but we were also told it's important to see.
It was lovely in there.
Yeah, it's an old library, and the Book of Kells is from 800 AD, and it's like in pristine condition, so that was kind of cool.
And now we are in Dalkey, which is a lovely little town.
North of apparently Kilney or something like that, where Bono lives.
Yeah, apparently Bono lives here.
And
not that I brought the book that he wrote that I'm reading
in case he
with me here. I mean, it's in Ireland, but it's not physically on me.
Oh,
right
I thought you did bring the book. That would have been awesome.
Oh, no, it's too big to fit in this little. But so we're about to go somewhere, and we were getting coffee. This funny little thing happened. We just have to tell.
It was a dad with apparently, I presume his two young girls, and they see the treats at the coffee shop.
The littlest one was like, "Oh, what treat, the cinnamon bun or whatever," and the dad said, "Oh, you've had too many treats already." Saying like you specifically, but your sister and I may have one, and she started stomping.
Yeah, she was stomping the ground, starting to make herself cry, and she's like, "Well, she'll be eating it right in front of me."
And he said, "Well, you can close your eyes, you won't see us," which is a hilarious thing for a dad to say. Close your eyes, you won't see us eating it.
And then she says, "Well, then how am I going to walk?"
How am I going to see to walk?
Yeah, it was so...
And he laughed, and I bit my tongue, and then turned around and walked away and laughed.
It was so
It was
funny
pretty
and cute.
great. Ireland. All right, we're off. Irish dog. Okay, we are now at a lovely pub in Dalkey.
Finnegan's
is the name. It's great. And we went to the castle. Was it called Dalkey's Castle?
I think it's Dalkey Castle, yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was an English castle, and we went on a tour, and there were live actors reenacting different lifestyles of that time. It was amazing.
Yeah, it really was great. It was a lot of fun. If you know anything about Justina and previous guests of the podcast, Meg, formerly Pearson, and Justina love
historical reenactment. But
we had a good time at that. And then we walked down
to the harbor,
which was very beautiful.
It was beautiful. It's a
rainy
rainy
day,
Irish day.
Yeah, it was classic rain. And now we're gonna have some food. Yes, some seafood right by the sea, and it's gonna be delicious.
Yep.
Well, what's next?
And then onwards back to Dublin. We have dinner tonight, and then it's kind of free time.
Free time, which means get dry and
literally,
warm.
yeah, change clothes.
Mm-hmm. We're now currently in Belfast with a dear friend who's not been on the podcast, but started doing stand-up back in 2009, in the same month I did. Charlie Gray, how's it going? Great to have you here on the podcast.
I don't know who these people are or why you've sat at my table, but I'll play your game. Ask me your riddles. Lovely to see you both.
Oh,
yes.
It's so great. It's like, it feels trippy to be here with Charlie.
It is,
like,
because we got to
here?
be good friends with Charlie and South Carolina, and then you moved to New York, and then we moved to New York and got to see you, but now you live in Northern Ireland.
Listen, I've been a trendsetter for a while. I moved to New York. Meg then followed. You moved after.
Yep.
So I'm just waiting on all of you to catch up. And from what I hear, though America is lovely right now, this side of the ocean is nice.
Yeah. We have reasons to be not there. So,
If you're curious.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So I guess a quick catch up. Last night we went to a lovely restaurant called the Alta. They were fantastic. So if you're in Dublin, go to Alta or a brew pub. That's more your speed. They're next door. They look like fun. But amazing food, amazing service. Charlie promises an even better meal tonight. Somehow. So.
And they're very confident about it, so I'm ready to put it to the test.
Yeah, I'm here for it. So right now we're in this old pub in Northern Ireland.
Kelly's Cellars.
Kelly's Cellars, yes.
It looks great in here. I love it.
1700s.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Been here a long time.
Wow.
As you can kind of tell.
Yeah, and it's an amazing spot. But I am drinking an IPA. It's not, I guess, typical for Ireland, but
I will escort you to the edge of town after we enjoy our drinks, just for the sanctity of,
All of it is holy.
service.
Yeah.
we're about to do a black cab tour, which is what everyone has told us we should do.
Yeah.
So we're very much looking forward to that. Then we're going to have our lovely meal. We're going to finish our pint.
Perfect day.
Perfect day. Yeah, we drove for the first day today.
Oh, yeah,
too.
driving was great. It was a little nerve-wracking, but you just follow the other drivers and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And we did stop by Newgrange to see the old Neolithic burial grounds. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was very nice. And it's very interesting being here and not seeing a bunch of Steelers and Viking fans.
I'm not really comfortable right now.
We're
Yeah.
Well, the fact that you guys are still in your Steelers and Viking gear really kind of throws off the
we're a house divided.
honest. The face paint is, I think, a little extra, but
It's game day, Charlie. It's game day.
Yeah. We couldn't afford to go to the game, but we just came to Ireland, in Northern Ireland.
I like the spirit.
But yeah, I mean, walking around Dublin, it's everywhere you went, you saw a ton of Steelers fans, quite a bit of Viking fans, and or Vikings fans, and here, none of that.
I like Viking fans. I like people who are like, no, you know what? I want ancient raiders.
All right, so we're gonna have some more fun, but we'll be back soon for a little bit more Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
All right, we got done with the
Black Cab
tour.
Also, Black Taxi Tour. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
Taxi cab.
Why do we have to focus on the color of the cab?
Which it was actually white. A very good tour. I understand why people were saying we need to try it. And it is very heavy.
I think we all enjoyed it. I think Charlie probably knows the most about this, geopolitical climate, history, and then I know second most, and then Jason maybe the least. And
I mean,
think we all
listen, I have
enjoyed it.
listened to Sunday Bloody Sunday plenty.
So he does know that. But our tour guide, Brian, was incredible. He was very, in my words, vulnerable. But I'm sure
Yeah.
he shared his story many, many times over if he does these kind of tours.
Yeah, I mean, he told us when you said, because he asked at the beginning, what do you all know? And Justina was like, well, I read this book. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, the media is telling you what the government wants you to remember, focus in on. But I lived through all this.
That book was heralded the purple crayon, by the way. It had
Right. But I read it, so. But it was a great tour. Also, it was scheduled for an hour and a half. Fully 2 hours and 30 minutes later, we were ending our tour, and it was great. Strong recommend Black Taxi Tour to anybody who comes to Belfast. Mm-hmm. And then we were just introduced to the Northern Ireland's Tayto. Mm-hmm. And this flavor.
And a brew pub beer. Both crazy delicious. But the Tayto.
Slow roasted beef and peppercorn flavor.
That's the flavor.
Oh my God.
And it is
so good.
insanely good. Charlie, you were saying that the Northern Ireland crisp game is pretty great.
And this is like a variant they do. It's like you wouldn't find it anywhere necessarily, but it's pretty solid.
So
cheese
good.
and onion is the classic, and you'll get cheese and
saw
onion. And
I
it's
saw
great.
one of those,
Yeah.
but I haven't had it. But
Spring
I saw
onion
it.
is quite nice.
Okay.
There's a Worcester, which is a Worcestershire sauce
Yeah,
flavor,
okay.
which is actually better than you think. Prawn cocktail, which doesn't taste like prawns. It tastes like cocktail sauce, which is
Interesting.
like tomato and horseradish, which works pretty well.
I guess Louisiana has something similar. There was a chip out of Louisiana. I don't know.
Regardless, the chip game in Ireland and Northern Ireland and the north of Ireland is something to
Northern
be.
Ireland.
Northern Ireland. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is what deliciousness sounds like. Mmm.
We're here on the street.
We are here on the street.
Had a great meal. Got some great IPA in a.
Oh my gosh! All three of those beers we had at what was the name of that place?
It was the John Hewitt, and Boundary Tap Room is who made those. We had Pillows and Bongo, and what was your West Coast IPA?
Ooh, so I didn't go with the camper. I went with the I'm blanking on the name. It was
We'll fix it in post.
if I can remember.
Fix it in post.
It was the one I ended up going with, but there was the camper or this one, and it was like a 2-name one. It was so delicious. It's a great time. We found the crack. It was a real good time. I had a really good time. Also, we went to the Harp Bar, and which you may have seen on Instagram or TikTok, Umbrella Alley. That was where
In
the Harp Bar
Belfast.
was in Belfast. Is there another one?
I mean, baby, yeah.
We tried to go to
Oh,
the
wow.
Duke of York, but it is late on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday, and they close like
Jesus,
it's the
don't
Bible Belt
Bible Belton of Ireland.
of America. Yeah. So yeah, we had a great time. We found the crack, and it was a good time. And now we're just waiting for a car, but such lovely people here.
Everyone's so nice.
And here's Justina to explain exactly what the crack is.
Oh, crack is food. Crack is candy. Crack is a popsicle. Crack is.
Crack is the sunlight on a warm day.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah.
Crack is the feeling of presents at Christmas.
The crack is the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Okay. I think they get it.
Yeah, they get it. And I still can't remember. Was it the Imposter IPA? Something like that. Yeah, it was a very good IPA.
Not as good as Pillows, though, right, Justina?
Oh, yeah, pillows. Oh, man, keep pillows away from me.
Oh, but I will say at that place, the Prince's deep cut of a song, Trust, came on. And I was like, wait, what's happening? This song is playing in a bar, and the only other times that I hear this song is when I play it. But it is something that the barmaid is a playlist that she made. And I was like, thank you for playing that.
Barmaid's a derogatory term.
We say winch here.
Yeah.
Oh, it really?
Tuck in a corner?
Yeah.
All right, catching everyone up. What did we do the day before yesterday? What was the last thing? We were at that pub. Yesterday we took a sick day.
So I got incredibly sick at
Carrick Fergus.
Carrick Fergus, pardon me. I mean, I was not feeling great before then, but things went downhill pretty quickly when we hit the castle.
Yeah, so we just relaxed the rest of the day. But today we went up to the Giants Causeway, which was amazing. God's Country. Morgan Whalen was there, and it was amazing.
It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Gorgeous
really, really
as
magic.
I hoped it would be, and it's a nice day. It's overcast, but the sun peeked out. But it's, if you're gonna be at a castle, this is what it should look like. A little overcast. And now we are at Dunluce. Dunluce Castle, also beautiful, not far from the Causeway.
And Justina's gotten over her castle allergy.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with this castle. No projectile vomiting at all.
Right. Yeah. What else did we do? We went to the Bushmills Distillery. Got us a 12-year. Can't get it anywhere else. We ate a little.
We had a lovely lunch. And then yesterday, you and I had like a little troll around Ballyhackamore.
Yeah.
You liked Horatio Todd's?
Yeah. Yeah, and what was the other place?
Boundary, well, no, excuse me.
Boundary was closed, unfortunately.
Bull House.
Bull House. I like Bull House. It was like any tap room. It wasn't super Irish necessarily, but it was beers brewed in Ireland, and they were delicious. I wish they were in Brooklyn. All right, well, we're going to take some more peeks of this gorgeous view, and then we're going to hit the road.
For a 4-hour drive to Galway.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, we won't have to say goodbye to Charlie, but hey, we can't be with Charlie the entire time.
It was nice of you to play along this whole time when we sat down at that bar and you didn't know who we were and you said, I'll play your little game.
Well, when you give me back my wife and children, you're like, this, you promised. So.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how you behave.
We are in Galway at a lovely hotel.
Yes, and it took us like less than 4 hours to get here, and we drove from the farthest part of the island that we possibly could have. So that gives you an idea of how small Ireland is.
It is small, yes, but a 4-hour drive, and then the rain.
The rain, and it got dark, and we're on the wrong side of the road, and so it was treacherous. But
The wrong side is in comparison to the way we normally drive.
yeah, they do it wrong here.
Not that I was driving on the right side instead of the left side.
Oh, no.
And
To be honest, we haven't explored Galway. We can't.
No.
We don't have much to say.
We don't have anything to say other than two things. We were walking out of the hotel just to pop into a store real quick. And Justina and I heard someone who's clearly putting on a show. And we just heard talking.
Wait, baby, we can't give this away. We can't give away
We
our
can't
idea.
tell them?
No,
Okay.
it's an idea.
All right, we came up with a very funny bit.
Stay tuned for our live show.
And
But the hotel is very nice, and nice, like a nice sized room, and just like vibes are immaculate. Like the reception is nice.
Amazing vibes, and it's beautiful inside.
Yeah,
like in their restaurant, it's beautiful. The concierge area, beautiful.
Yeah, and we're like, there's a guy just singing over like in a random room.
They have a room off to the side that has a bona fide stage. I mean, it's a small venue stage, but still, he's
just
like, he's
entertainment
not
for the
standing in a
guests.
corner. He's like on a stage.
It's like
They
kind of like
have that.
cruise ship vibes. I've never been on a cruise ship, but like everything we need is here. There's a bar, there's a restaurant, there's
pub,
entertainment.
there's a little pub off to the side. It's,
Laundry services, which is huge for me right now.
This place is great. Come to Galway. It's lovely.
Yeah, and we haven't even seen anything.
But what I did notice, though, when we got to this hotel, is the street was really small, and it was so reminiscent of the small street that our hotel in Tokyo was on, because it was such a small street where it looks like, I think I mentioned this in the Japan episode, you know, when you're watching a movie, a TV show, and they're trying to like show them on the street of New York, and it's clearly a soundstage.
Yeah.
That's what the place in Tokyo and this street kind of felt like. Like, are we in a real city? Is this a town we're in? I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean it's like quaint and small and really lovely. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go to the cliffs of Moher.
Moher. Don't quote us. I don't know.
Watch it be like Moher or something like that. I'll look it up. Or just ask them when we get there. Hey, Cliffs, how are you pronounced? The day has been lovely. Starting in Giant's Causeway, ending up in lovely Galway.
God's country.
Yes. We said goodbye to Morgan Whalen and then came to Galway. Well, I can't tell you the other thing, the fun thing. We'll have to share that with you when you come see our live show. The fun bit that we came up with.
It's good.
It's a good bit. All right, goodbye for now. was some Irish music that we heard last night.
Yeah, last night was a really awesome time. We were in the Latin Quarter in Galway, and it was really beautiful. Everybody was so nice. I feel like we've said that like 14 times in this recording, but everybody here is so nice.
Yeah.
But before that, yesterday we went to the cliffs of Moher, and
I did ask someone there how it was pronounced, someone who's working there, and they said Moher and Moher are...
depending on where you're from.
Right.
Fine. And we were lucky because we got there and it was kind of rainy, drizzly, and a little bit cloudy, but we could see the cliffs and they were very, very beautiful. But then like a cloud came in, like covered everything. It was super
fog
foggy.
rolled in big time.
So we were really lucky that we got some pictures and got to see it in person before that happened. But then later the sun came out. Like after we had left, we saw the sun come out. But after the cliffs, we went to McDermott's Pub, and that was really delicious.
Yeah, it was.
People were very nice.
It was a cool pub, and there were a couple of sweet dogs having a sweet moment with their owner.
Sweet Irish moment.
Yeah.
And then we start to head back to Galway, but I see a sign for Burren Perfumery, which I had heard about, because I'm a perfume person.
Oh, snap.
But I hadn't... thought about going to visit them, but there were all these signs or a sign. And so I was like, okay, redirect. And we get there and it is beautiful. It is this small, it's a large facility, just different buildings. And there's herb gardens for their tea house, for their perfumes. Obviously, I bought some perfumes and smelled some perfumes. We had a lovely tea after walking around the gardens.
Yeah, and the gardens are really nice, too. That would have been enough.
Yes. But
like
it had all these other experiences that were a part of it. And it's in the Burren, which is a area of Ireland. It's kind of an interesting ecology, topography. It's interesting. It's very beautiful. And so we got to experience that. And those were the smallest roads. Getting to that perfumery were like the smallest roads we've encountered.
Small.
I don't really see how 2 cars could fit. I mean, they did because we made it work, but you just like are crawling.
It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
But the tea shop
at the Burren Perfumery, yeah.
That was something.
It was... I just couldn't believe that it just existed in what appeared to be the middle of nowhere to us,
right,
as we were driving there.
Middle of the country or something. It was so nice. They had a bunch of delicious baked goods.
Yeah, and teas and all the... It was just so special.
So check them out.
Yeah, that's why you got to get into perfume. And then we got back to Galway and had a little break, but then we hit the streets. We were walking. We're looking for a pub.
Would you say we were taking it to the streets?
Yes. And we were looking for the crack, and we found the crack at this place called Teffy's, I think it's called. Taffy's. And they were playing good trad music there.
Yes, some really great traditional Irish music and a few-piece band, like 4 maybe.
Yes.
And it was a place for it, and so everyone was really... enjoying that.
Oh, sorry, side note, but like on the way to the Cliffs of Moher, we passed a school, and you have to give way to pedestrians, so like all these school kids were walking in front of us. Redhead.
And I commented, I've never seen so many, like I know redheads, but I've never seen so many.
Such a high concentration. It was
at
incredible.
Once,
yeah, it was awesome. And anyway, back to Galway, where we were there last night walking around, and we're looking for oysters, and we just walking around, and we end up, long story short, we end up at this really great place called Fitzgerald's.
Yes.
And it was incredible. Mostly because of the vibes, but also I found a beer that I like called Galway Girl. I haven't found a beer I like here yet. Sorry, Ireland. Because they have lots of beer. They are not lacking in beer, but I like flavorful IPAs.
When Justina was on the mend, when we were in Belfast, Charlie and I went to a tap room and had the best beers that I've had in Ireland that aren't Guinness.
But if I had had a beer that day, it would have killed me.
True.
Killed me dead.
Right. So unfortunately, Justina did not get to experience.
But I did last night, and it was great.
That was Bull House, by the way.
And then after dinner, we went to get candy at... Oh my gosh, did I say candy?
Ice cream.
We went to go get ice cream at... It's called something made in Dingle. Murphy's ice cream.
Yeah.
I got raspberry and mango. Jason got...
I got a Dingle's gin. Mm-hmm. There's a gin flavor.
It tasted like gin. I couldn't eat it.
I think Dingle's is their distillery.
Oh, for real?
I believe. And they also have a chocolate whiskey.
And then we came home. And then today has been a rainy day. And so we slept in and I went shopping. I got a tattoo touched up that I have on my ear. And then I just came home and like chilled out. Oh, obviously I went perfume shopping. And Jason's had a chill day. We had big plans for today in terms of like driving to these castles, driving to the beach. But it was a rainy day.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, this rain.
Yeah, and it's not like a hard rain like when we drove here. It was raining a lot. But there were some nice castles we're going to check out. But they're like over an hour away. Would have been hard to deal with all that in the rain today.
Also, we're on vacation. And on vacation, you rest. Mm-hmm. And so then tonight we're going to go get dinner and then back to Dublin tomorrow.
Yeah. We're looking forward to where we're going tonight. Should be a pretty good place. We'll probably hit up a pub.
Oh, we got to find the crack.
But yeah. So speaking of the crack, those two musical breaks that you heard there, the first one was the first place we went to. It was the 4-piece. And then the version of U2's Where the Streets Have No Name was at Fitzgerald's. We picked Fitzgerald's because when we were walking by, we heard them playing Raspberry Beret. So it was like, well, I'm going to walk in this place. It was pretty great. A lot of fun, like really great music, good musicians. All right, we'll bring the crack for our final couple of nights.
Stay tuned for further crack.
This. Yes. We found some crack here at Monroe's. They're getting tuned up to officially start here in a couple of minutes. This is a lovely place. Lovely place, Monroe's. Enjoy the sounds of whatever the name this band is. Here at Monroe's in Galway, Ireland. We're at a new location, about to hear some more crack, as Justina would say. Some crack. At what is probably our final, we're at
Crack house.
Yeah, we're at our final crack house, and they're discussing the next song, I believe.
It's so cool to see all these people out here playing instruments.
Yeah, live music, people. Get into it. No more AI music. from a few places. We hopped into a couple of places
We got
searching
so
for more
much
crack.
crack tonight.
So much crack tonight on a Thursday night here in Galway. Great night to end. Great way to end our time in Galway.
Yes.
And it's been a lot of fun.
Best tiramisu of our lives.
My goodness gracious. So we went to, what's the name of that place?
Crack on whiz, crack on.
We created a song, and that's how it goes. Where's the crack on the crack on crack? Oh, where's the crack? Oh, crack, oh, crack.
Whiz, crack.
Because what's the crack, you know? And it was just such a good cracking time.
Kerwin's. Or Kerwin's.
That's the name of it? Okay. Kerwin's. Amazing food. The appetizer was great. The main course was great. And the dessert was still somehow the best part, even though the first two parts were so great. There was a tiramisu that was just incredible. And then we went to Monroe's.
Oh, it was so good. They had a fiddler, a guitarist, a flautist, I guess. He was playing all sorts of different sized flutes and woodwinds, and then a drummer. It was amazing.
And you heard a little bit of that.
And they had Irish dancing.
Yes. There was some Irish dancing. It was very fun. A lot of people were excited about that. That was a really amazing place, Monroe's.
And we got that from our waiter at Kerwin's.
Yeah, he told us to go there to avoid the students. He was putting it. He was a young kid, but he was like, "Yeah, go across the river and find this big white building. That pub is great." And that was Monroe's.
It was great.
And he was like, "Yeah, all the students will be over here in this area." And then when we walked back, we saw all the students, and we were like, "Oh, now we know why he was saying don't go here," because it was just that college town vibe that adults want that. Adults want Monroe's, where it was traditional and fun, and not going out for the first time.
It was awesome.
Sort of energy. We did hop into a couple other places, which you heard a little bit of before we came back. But they were all lovely. But yeah, Monroe's, the place to be if you want a real lively, good time in Galway. The other places are nice. If you want a quiet drink, but still traditional music, those are the other places that we went to. Oh, I forget the names of them.
It don't matter.
Well, you know.
We were just seeking crack.
What if someone's listening to this episode as they are traveling to Ireland and they're like, "Oh, we're going to Galway. Where should we go?" They know to go to Monroe's, but what if they want to go to a nice quiet place?
Part of it is exploring and figuring it out on your own.
Sure. Well, we had an amazing time. We hope you come to Ireland and also have an amazing time. We're going to end our time here in Dublin. We started in Dublin. We're ending in Dublin because the beginning is in the end. And
Palindrome.
Mm-hmm. So we will see you in Dublin. So one thing that we did forget to mention was you absolutely throwing off our server last night at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Because you went,
I was like,
where can we find some crack?
Yeah, or it was as ridiculous.
Or where can we go get some crack?
Yeah, or where's there crack to be found, good sir? You know, it was crazy. I didn't word it like that, but like it was as ridiculous
You said,
as
no,
that.
it was literally, where can we find some crack? Which is...
And it was so funny to watch the conflict on his face because he wanted to help. But he
also
didn't know
he
what
was
we were
like,
looking for. But then he got
crack rock? So that was funny.
And then he directed us to Monroe's.
Which was amazing.
Which we already talked about.
Exactly. So today we drove from
Galway
to Dublin, back to Dublin.
Yes, by way of Athlone, I believe is how it's pronounced. Athlone. And
Athlone.
Yeah, I think that's it. And we had to go to the oldest pub in Ireland.
Yeah, with Sean's bar, which was awesome. And it was a really cool place.
It was awesome. It was
the oldest pub.
Awesome.
So on the side of their building, it says the oldest pub in Ireland, according to the Guinness World Records. So they truly have that, but we were told it's the oldest pub in the world. And I believe it. It was a really cool space.
It must be the oldest still functioning pub in the world, because, there's older ones on this earth, buried beneath layers of...
If they aren't open, I don't count them.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, if we're going by stuff that isn't functioning, doesn't work anymore, and isn't even a place, I mean, what does any of this matter?
Wow.
Hey, we have the oldest world in the world. It was a cool place. I enjoyed.
And then
the fun.
we drove to the castle that is on the cover of...
The Unforgettable Fire by U2.
This was a U2 heavy trip, by the way. Not complaining, just I personally learned a lot about U2.
Yeah. I mean, some of that's because I'm such a big fan, but it's also Ireland. So there's this stuff to be heard and learned about Bono, even when we weren't looking for it. But we went to that amazing castle. It's on the cover of The Unforgettable Fire. And
Moydrum Castle.
Yes, and it doesn't look like that. It's on a private property where they are not keeping it up. There's a very interesting story about the history of that structure, that castle, and why it's on the cover of The Unforgettable Fire. But it doesn't look like that anymore because it's 40 years later, and people aren't keeping it up.
It's more overgrown. It's kind of spooky in a good way. It feels good.
Yeah. And after we went there, we...
Went to Dublin.
Well, we went to that prison.
Yes.
We did a tour.
So we went to the prison, and I don't remember how they pronounce it. Kilmainham Gaol?
Mm-hmm. It was a jail, a couple hundred years old. And
a few hundred years old. Opened in the 1700s.
Damn.
I know.
And they arrested a 3-year-old once and had a 3-year-old
because at one point in Irish history, begging was a crime, and they arrested and booked a 3-year-old.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, respectfully to Ireland, that's crazy.
I mean, it was like crazy times in Ireland. Yeah, I don't mean to say that to point out anything negative about the land of Ire. Ireland's an amazing place with amazing people, with a very interesting history.
It was a really good tour. I would recommend anybody who wants to know anything about Irish history go to that tour. It was pretty revealing.
From that tour and the Black Cab tour that we took, it's really illuminated some things for me. No place is perfect. We heard a lot of things on tours in Japan where it's like, oh, they weren't nice to Koreans. Obviously, they weren't fighting on the right side of World War II either, right? But I love these places. And the places aren't the government to me in a lot of cases, but obviously if the government would maybe potentially arrest you if you went there, I can understand why you wouldn't want to go to a place that has a weird government. But my point is that a place isn't necessarily the government. And it's really opened my eyes because a lot of people, you'll hear some people say things about America because of what's going on in America, and it's not necessarily positive, and I don't necessarily blame them for thinking that way, but then I hear all this stuff about recent history of the troubles in Ireland, and I'm like, oh, things are just messy everywhere, even if the culture is beautiful, even if I love being there, even if it's a beautiful place, even if the people are wonderful, nothing's perfect. And that doesn't mean we shouldn't try to get better and try to improve or figure some things out. We obviously should do those things, but it's really been eye-opening to realize, and honestly kind of inspiring to realize that bad things can happen, but you can get better and you can live through it. And that's sort of what I'm taking back from this trip.
Yeah.
But we're in Dublin for a final night. We had a nice dinner, and then Went to a bar that's in the hotel we're staying in. Yet another bar that Bono goes to.
Literally tracking U2's steps everywhere we go.
Literally not even trying to. It's just like, oh, that's where Bono sits when he's here. There's been like 3 places that we've gone to there like that. And, yeah, we definitely want to come back. You want to come back, right?
Yes, I must come back to Ireland. I learned a lot, and where's the crack? Where is it? The crack. Give it to me. I need some crack.
Well, I don't think you need crack.
Where can I locate the crack in this crack joint? Up in this crack.
Hey, is that a crack house over there? Is that what
I
you
hope
guys call
so.
them?
I hope it is. I love crack.
All right. I'm going to go
Final thoughts coming soon.
That's the crack. We are about to leave
Ireland.
Ireland. It's been great. We'll have our
been
final
wonderful.
thoughts soon. Wonderful. But I had a donut from Rolling Donut, and that was pretty good.
I spent the morning after we got breakfast here just walking around, and it was raining and windy, and it was crazy, but I did it. I just had to walk before the flight, and I did some shopping, and then I went to St. Stephen's Green to walk around and saw the largest swans I've ever seen in my life. Huge. And they must have been like 50 pounds each. They were huge. And then here we are.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Getting ready to go. I just chilled in the hotel. I mean, I went to go get a donut. But
Was that your only donut in Ireland?
well, there's that Krispy Kreme.
Oh, Krispy Kreme. Yeah, you got
Yeah, there's a Krispy Kreme in Ireland. And I got down on that.
That's right.
When we were first in Dublin. So, got to Dublin, had a donut, left Dublin, had a donut.
Damn.
It's pretty much where it's at. We're going to leave in a bit. I'm going to watch a movie on the flight.
How to Train Your Dragon 2 and 3.
What?
How to Train Your Dragon 2 and 3. Because I watched 1 on the way here. And I would have watched 2, but I got tired. But
I watched just one of them days, or it's called One of Them Days with Keke Palmer and SZA. And the other movie that I watched was Mickey 17. And yeah, both were good. There was a lot they clearly gave a very creative director a lot of money with Mickey 17 to make that movie. It's unfortunate it didn't do better at the box office. And it's unfortunate One of Them Days didn't do better. There was something...
you were laughing out loud at One of Them Days stuff. I mean, respectfully, airplane volume.
Yeah.
I just mean
there were a couple funny things in it. There was something that kept that movie from being like a classic necessarily, but there were a couple funny things in there, and you had Cat Williams in there doing his thing. So, and Keke Palmer's just
Queen.
She's amazing. She's so great. She's got such a screen presence, and SZA was good. She was very natural. Mickey 17 was one I'll probably never see it again, but it was inventive and well made. So what can you say? You know, I don't know what I'm going to see on the way back though. Stay tuned. We are back in Brooklyn and here to stay for a bit. But
Yeah, we actually decided to build a life here and not continue on our journey.
Yeah, we got back late last night. Or not late, but felt late because
felt
our body,
late.
to our
Yeah.
body, it was
1 in the morning when we got back, more or less. And so
we are back in our home and wanted to, now that we have fresher ideas, our minds a little bit more clear, we wanted to take the time to break down our trip. So,
oh yes, yeah, our big takeaways. I have mine listed out. Okay.
oh, okay, good.
They're in acronym form.
Oh, so it's not based on the city, it's based on...
No.
Okay.
So in no particular order, the first acronym is IDGAF. Okay.
Oh, wow.
IDGAF. Is Dublin gonna allow farlings? So this was my, initial sentiment flying into Dublin. Like, will they accept us? Will they love us? And they really embraced us.
They really did.
I
They
felt
were
very
wonderful.
embraced.
Wonderful.
And they were so nice to us, even though there were a bajillion American tourists in
Yeah.
Dublin for the game, you know?
Yeah.
The next one is RBF.
RBF. Okay.
Red Babes Forever.
Red babes forever.
We saw a lot of redheads, okay? And
Irish
like
lasses.
I know it's like stereotype, but it's based in truth. There are, proportion wise, concentration wise, there's definitely more redheads there.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously. Okay. Next one, MILF or MILF. More is less fantastic.
See,
So
it's still fantastic.
Oh, it's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I think you gotta see it. You simply must go see it. But God's Causeway, did it for me.
Giant's Causeway.
I keep calling it God's Country, God's Causeway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then lastly, well, not lastly, I have a lot of these, but lastly that I'll mention here is BDE.
Okay.
Butter done excellently.
Oh, they do some... Okay, that's where you're going with that.
I loved the butter. It was spreadable. It confirmed my bias towards room temperature butter. I don't know why Americans put butter in the fridge if you're going to be eating it. Like,
I agree that it's not spreadable when you keep it in the fridge. And I guess it's fine to leave it out on the counter.
For a certain amount of time. And me, I will be eating it long before it needs to be refrigerated.
That's true.
You know?
do put a lot in it.
So that was great. But yeah, I thought the butter was great. The cows were huge.
The cows
No
were
wonder
so...
the butter was great.
The cows were massive. We saw a cow crossing, too.
Yes, that was pretty magical. Yeah. And
we had to stop on the road. Okay, cool.
So those are some of mine. I mean, I have more, but, out of respect to you and to the listener, I will refrain.
Okay. Do you have a favorite place that we went? Or top three, let's say. Because,
we went to 3 major places.
Went to 3 major cities, but we also saw so many different great sites that, and you love all of them.
I think of the things that we did, the top 3 were the Burren Perfumery outside of Galway, between Cliffs of Moher and again, just eternal apologies for however I'm pronouncing that. Cliffs of Moher and
Cliffs of Moher
Galway.
is acceptable.
And so Burren Perfumery, so magical.
Yeah, it was.
Giant's Causeway, God's Country, and then in Dublin, I liked... And then, okay, so that's 1, that's 2. And then the third thing is just the general pub culture.
Yeah, okay.
And all the nice pubs and their amazing, clean, huge bathrooms that they had. Never seen that in a pub before.
What was your favorite pub of the one we went to?
I think Monroe's. Or Sean's Bar. Sean's Bar was pretty great.
I really liked Sean's Bar. I liked Finnegan's and Dalkey a lot. I liked going to Dalkey Castle, too. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love that. Let's do this.
Oh, snap. When it's 12:34, y'all, it's let's do this o'clock. Mm-hmm. And we say let's do this. It's 12:34 to each other. This is an inside thing. And as we are recording, it is 12:34 on Sunday, October 5th. Marked. I love that that's on the podcast. Mm-hmm. The first episode was released at 12:34 on June 7th. So for that very reason, that's why I say let's do this at the top episodes. Nice little tidbit from the pod. But back to Ireland, I liked Finnegan's a lot. They were super nice there, and it was a cool spot.
That was nice.
There were so many pubs or bars we went to where people were like, yeah, Bono comes here a lot. He sits right there. And it was like... I
know, I guess he gets out and about.
That man drinks.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it in stuff that I've watched of you, too. And yes, Monroe's is, I think, a high point. That was lovely. So yeah, those are all great pubs, and the places that Charlie took us in Belfast were also great. I liked all the places on the food tour that we went to as well in Dublin. Those are cool spots, great foods. And I would say my takeaways are, if you're going to a country where you're driving on the right side of the car, where that's where the steering wheel is, don't worry about what lane you're supposed to be in. That's not what's going to freak you out. You're going to drive on the left side of the road. That's going to be easy. it's where your body is in the lane.
Yes, that is the tricky part.
So think about where your body is. Just think like what's half of the lane. You should be on the right side of that
For
line.
reference, we kept veering the car to the left because we felt like our bodies should be
You just weren't used
on
to
the left side.
Right.
Yeah.
We weren't like used to. It's just like when you first learn to drive, you're like, you have a hard time with that middle of the road sort of thing. Nevertheless, it ended up being easier to drive as time went on, and it will be for you as well. Next takeaway from me: everyone was lovely. Justina said this.
So nice.
Everyone was so nice. So we like places where everyone is super nice. And they were super just naturally nice, not like fake nice. It was awesome. And it was...
And curious about you. They wanted to ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted to hear about your trip. Like...
So many people said such fun things. I don't know. It was a great culture.
Another takeaway, sorry, I don't have an acronym for this. Another takeaway that I had was how many young people were engaged in the culture, by which I mean, like all the trad music being played in the
there
pubs.
Were like a lot of young people.
There were a lot of younger people playing the music
and that's the thing is like it ran the gamut. There were people who were 60s, maybe around 70 that we saw playing. But most people weren't that age. Most people were middle age or 20s even.
Yeah, it was great.
It was really great to see that. And
it just makes me feel good. Like, I don't care if they're old people playing music. I'm just saying I want the culture to
continue.
Yeah.
You don't want it to only be the older generation doing stuff because that means it may go with them.
Yeah.
But when they're also 20-somethings who are engaging in the culture, it means it's going to stick around. And that stuff is... part of what made it so beautiful in Ireland. So I'm glad that we got to experience that and that it felt like traditional and real and not just like sometimes you go on a tour or something and they pretend to do the old thing just to give you a glimpse. But these are people who are really enriched in it, and that was awesome. They don't really say awesome over there. I can't remember what the lady said. Like, she was one lady, the lady who gave me the hug. Yeah. On the food tour, this lady was like, saying like, oh, it's grand. And it's like, or as you Americans say it, awesome.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very funny. She was great. And I said favorite pub, favorite places. Or things we did. I'll say it that way.
Yeah,
Three. So... going to the places like Cliffs' Moher or Giants Causeway, those were really special. The U2 tour was really special. And I would say, not to rip you off, but the pub culture was a lot of fun, and that we got to do it with Charlie as well when we were in Belfast.
Yeah.
Just because Charlie has lived there for a couple of years.
Yep.
And knew some good places to take us. Like Kelly's was great in Belfast. And then when you were unwell, I got to go to a couple of cool spots and see a couple cool spots. So we gotta go back.
Yeah, I would love to go back and experience some different things and repeat some things and...
experience the crack.
Oh, gotta get some crack up in here.
So that is... Wait, what? So that was Ireland for us. We hope you go to Ireland and enjoy it and spend a good bit of time hopping around, seeing the beautiful things. And Burren, that was also
Burren Perfumery.
Yeah, you got to go there. Do it.
It was amazing. Perfume culture is awesome, you guys.
Oh snap.
Thanks so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. And I have a ton of Instagram handles for the tours and some of the pubs we experienced in Ireland and the band Key West, who we saw busking in Dublin. So check those out. Give them a follow. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at There It Is Pod, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at There It Is. And follow me on Instagram and Threads at Jason Farr Pics. Also subscribe to our comedy lifestyle newsletter and support us if you can. We have a Patreon and a PayPal. Go to thereitispod.com for newsletter and support info. Links in bio. Until next time, be good to each other. It's a moral imperative.
The music for the theme song was created by Neil Brooks. The rap was written and performed by Nick Acevedo. The logo for There It Is was created by Jeff Prater. The There It Is podcast is produced by Jason Farr.